Yeah, guys, back again with another one. And this one is also another interesting conversation. The piano guys and they drip, especially how they drip, and also looking at the amount of money that they're making in this, but also taking into account that doesn't always have to mean that if they, for one, are always dripping, it means that they've got money, or it means that they're also rocking originals, you know. Uh, but it is as it is. It's a culture, so they have to look presentable. They want to look like they better than the others, sort of like the hip hop culture, where the one always wanted to be in style and having the latest this and that and looking fresher than the others, right? Rocking in style and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, the guys are talking about it here, and I thought it would be also a very interesting conversation to just react to.
Yeah, right now.
Wow.
Yeah, because they sent me that song.
What genre is it?
It's Black Three Step.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Right?
okay.
Yeah.
Let me.
But it's cooking, man. He's cooking.
Yeah, bro. TK, I mean.
Yeah, and this is where it's gonna start, where he says that, have you seen that guy's drip? Then the conversation starts. That how you judge people based on their drip, especially our black people, because we waste a lot of money on clothes, and then people forget to buy headboards, take their cars to service, buy their own house and not always rent, invest, get businesses, that one day when all these hits are no longer there, you can be able to live. And that is one of the things that I believe the guys are actually neglecting.
He's the guy who used to own TS Records, in case you guys don't know.
Yeah. But it
Think
kind of
about
makes
it,
sense to
who
me
wants
because,
to do
like,
that,
have you seen how these guys drip, bro?
Yo.
These guys are wearing designer, different design every single day, bro. The piano guys, bro.
Hey, Abanya, it's one hit. Srashayama Elvis Nikazi. You do that whole image Google thing, and you're like, things like 30 grand. And they piano guys drip, though.
No. The guys are coining it, dog.
Vetemans there, but the Vetemans there, and there's all these brands. There's Casablanca. Have
But
you
is that
seen?
how you judge people to be earning, especially black people?
Ooh, good question. Wow.
It's actually a good question to ask. Is that how you're going to judge people? Because people have been known to make some very bad decisions with their money, bro. Yo.
Hey, what are you saying, Guslet?
No, I'm saying, obviously, as black people, we could have just 30,000 and go blow it on clothes, and you only got 30,000. You know how we are.
She's saying,
So is that
Is
a
it a
good way?
barometer?
Yeah. Is that a good barometer?
oh, you pardon me. So that's where all the money goes. Oh, you pardon me. Yeah. Good question, though.
Yeah.
Is it is it a good signal?
Yes.
Is it?
Because she's
To
saying,
judge that
Oh,
they are
goodness.
really killing it. They are really getting money.
My thing is, these guys are young, bro. What do you want them to do?
But what do you want them to do is that you'd want them to invest. You'd want them to actually think about the future. You'd want them to build houses for their parents, right? You'd want them to at least think of small businesses, something that will always continue making money. You do not want guys to just think about clothes. Like, what happens tomorrow? You get into an accident, and then you need a specialist, and the government says you can only get you that person in 6 months' time. But you had the money just 2 months ago, but you blew it on clothes and the most useless of things, like blowing it on girls, expensive alcohol. So these things you need to really consider. And bags of like 60K, just one handbag or whatever. Oh, life is expensive. All these and these expensive brands are not very, very cheap at all.
But isn't it like you judge a person according to making like good
But
decisions?
the thing is,
Because like a year later they'll be saying, "I've got no money."
Yeah,
my
but
money's a
Kanye, when you were
what.
23, were you making good decisions?
No, I
Exactly. And these guys are on another hemisphere, bro.
I
But
think
it still goes to the question though: Are we? Is it a good?
no,
way of
but
judging.
to answer you, right?
Yeah.
It does become a barometer if you're looking at it from a sensible place. And my assumptions and is that if you're wearing a sneaker for 30K, it's that it's not your last 30K.
Okay.
You got way more than 30K,
Okay.
right? Because I wouldn't look at my bank balance and then buy a sneaker or with 50% of my bank balance, you know what I mean? Or buy an item. So I'm assuming already that, okay, endlini, variety, abantwana, abantwana, a lot of them don't have, but I'm assuming a lot of things for you to get there. Just like if you are somewhere in Qatar at an airport and you see a white person wearing a t-shirt for 40K,
Yeah.
a Louis Vuitton t-shirt, right? You assume, and it's right, it's the right thing to do that.
Yeah.
It's not their last 40K.
Okay.
It's not if it's nothing to them. Just like when some
That is exactly how it should actually be. If you see somebody wearing something expensive, you should be assuming that it's not their last. Rabon. But is that how you're gonna judge people? Because that's how it should assume. So I would also assume that you still got a whole lot of money where that comes from. So what you're wearing now just says, okay, you can afford a whole bunch of that. It was like the one time when Maporisa was showing this other expenses, Amir or something like that, and he was counting like 18 of them. And I was like, okay, so there's a whole lot where those come from. At least if it's like that. Unlike if it's just that one jean, that one sneakers, and other than that, you now can't even afford to pay your rent. You struggling to make ends meet because you wanted to just get that one thing to prove to people that you've got money, or then you end up just going to get fake, whereas the original price is like 60K, but you go and get it for like 7K at some other background person deal or whatever. So also have to consider some of these things, because we've all seen the Chinese have said that we've been doing all of these and they showed us all of those stuff. So you got to consider that. If you got the Chinese, what do you got to worry? What do you got to worry when you have got the Chinese, Baba? Tell me. Tell me now. Tell me now. What have you got to worry when you got the Chinese? Have you seen what they're doing recently?
somebody walks in, Mr. Price gets a t-shirt. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You don't break the bank doing that. So I assume. So through that, those eyes, it is a marker to say, oh, this one is doing really well. If they've got 100K to spend on an outfit,
Okay.
considering everything else.
What do you think, fact checker? What do you think about that?
I kind of agree with Ghosty. You know, it looks like it's an image thing.
Yeah.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Amapiano goes with the whole drip culture these days.
Yeah, it's hip hop niggas that
yeah,
are
like
that are just
they dripping, and you could.
it's
tell
hip hop
that
niggas
they
with a
are-
log drum. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can tell that they're more invested on their image. Like
Yeah.
they invested. So
So-
I wouldn't be shocked if Umuntu is living in the back room or still living with their parents, but is spending that
That's
much.
dumb.
Not saying that they're all doing it.
And-
I mean, majority of them take time.
And that is exactly what I'm against, right? Rather get that money, stay with your parents, but then invest, get a business. After getting that business, then now maybe get one of your parents or somebody, give them some sort of employment in that business. Say, for example, you say, I'm going to go get 2 taxis. You get that those 2 taxis. I'm going to get 1 quantum. I get that. You hire your cousin, uncle, or whoever, and then they have got employment now. Well, now they've got employment, they're also bringing money in the house, and he can also get employment for him and his family, his kids and whatever, and his wife. And then now you've actually have hit two birds with one stone. Secondly, then now maybe, and this is just something that I'm thinking of, could be a whole lot of other ways. Could be one of 1,000 things to do. Secondly, go extend your parents' houses. Make sure that before you leave home, you've made sure that home is well. Then now you know, after you've done all of that, you're still coining it, you can now go and do another business, or actually go get your own accommodation, your own house, your own home that you're going to rent or whatever. right? Apartment to rent. Then continue to invest and actually try and get maybe a second one, grow in that business or go invest in a different one. And then now, or get a truck, something, get something, do something that you know, get another job on the side, study, so that you know once this is all of done and dusted, I would have been able to maybe pay school fees for myself, and then I would have studied in that 4 years. Then now I can actually do something should that no longer be there, right? Should it continue to be there, then you continue to do both, and then you can never go and struggle again. People just need to really think like strategically. These piano guys, and not just the piano guys, everybody, even the people in the entertainment industry as a whole, actors, artists, all of these people, because I think that's something that people just do not consider, and we really need to consider that highly, especially financial education for the people in this entertainment industry as a whole, not just piano guys, because a lot of them do make these mistakes.
Time before they move out, and some of them take time before they buy the Vianos that you guys were speaking about and stuff. Yet their drip is always on point.
Yeah, but they're loud, guys.
They're
They're
staying at my
young,
Purisa's
bro.
house.
They're young,
They will
bro.
be staying at my Purisa's house with cat drip.
Guys, they're young. Let them box their money. They must box.
But you see, boxing
No.
is not a good idea.
No,
my
no, no,
guy.
no. They're young. Yeah, but also, man, come on. I feel like. Yes, the image and the fashion has been married to piano, but it can be done without it.
Exactly.
Also, you know,
Yes.
because it's about the music. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I get the trip, but I feel like so many kids are under pressure. You know, Kabza, Pori, Momo, those guys can because
They're under pressure
they've
because
worked
of
so
them.
hard. They've got the money. You know what I mean? And when Pori, I'm assuming, but I'm right to assume when he gets a sneaker for 30K, that's him like an ordinary person buying a sneaker for
Of course.
300, 400, 500, 1,000 rands. You know what I mean?
But that pressure is put upon someone
kids
who's still
mustn't know.
coming in.
It's okay to make beautiful music and wear normal things.
Penduka, I'm a young guy, bro, from the hood who's always looked at the TVs and my idols aspiring to
Yes,
this, right?
yes.
Then boom, one night get a hit song, and now I just go from living in the back room to now getting 100, 200K a weekend from gigs. What do you want me to do with that
That's
money,
not
dog?
the truth, though.
That's
That doesn't
not the
happen
truth.
like that.
Yeah. That 200K,
Only
100K, they get a portion, maybe like a
But it doesn't happen like that. That is just taking it a bit too far. Because one thing that you also have to understand is that you don't just get that amount of money a weekend. Those are only guys like Pori and stuff that could get money like that. You understand? So yeah, I'm just going to end it here, but I just want to play another thing, just to say that before where Saul says, just because they're that much doesn't actually mean that those are actually real. They could be fakes, right? So these piano guys, let's just accept it. They really need some financial education. People who should be wearing LVs and stuff are people who've actually been in it for long and are actually coining it big. It is not wrong for one to just go to a Mr. Price, buy clothes, go to a Nike, buy clothes, go to an Adidas, just buy those simple and clothes. You do not need to actually waste a whole lot of money. I think Saul actually does explain when somebody actually just buys his Nikes and stuff. He doesn't stress himself with expensive designers. Can still look good with just that. So unnecessary pressure with piano guys, I just really do agree that it is a bit too unnecessary. You do not need to actually spend so much on clothes. They should actually consider some of these things when they do them, because end of the day, you gotta think about your future, because these things could be taken away from you just by the snap of a finger. So these guys really need to consider all of this when they do this stuff.